Good day, Columbia, and welcome to Arts Watch. I'm William Starrett, and this week we're at 701 Center for Contemporary Art. We're learning all about Frank Poor's brand new sculptural exhibit. It's incredible, and it depicts our Southern heritage.
He created them all here. What he does is he goes out and takes a lot of photographs of buildings he finds intriguing. He uses these photographs for documentation, but also to use, as you can see, on the works themselves. So these are all buildings from typically small towns in South Carolina, you know, Casey, Hopkins, Eastover, Bishopville.
I think I've always been interested in being an artist. I mean, from the time I was a child, I was making things constantly. And it wasn't until I was in my mid-20s that I realized you could call that something. This is based on a steeple in, I believe this was in North South Carolina, oddly enough. The idea of the foliage crossing the surface of the piece was important to me visually because it roots the object. Even though it's not a full rendition of the steeple, it roots it in a place. I dropped out of school as a chemistry major, which was the best thing I ever did. And I decided I would go to Europe instead and bum around. So the first museum, by the way, that I ever went into was the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. I'd never seen a painting on a wall, I'd never seen a sculpture. And that was a great place to start. And it sort of dawned on me then that this might be something that I wanted to do. And this is a good example of how I like to look at the object unfiltered. So there's clearly going to be information between me and the object, in this case the cars that are parked around the Quonset hut. I'm more interested in the fact that the images are taken in a time and place. So once the shots are taken, what I have at the back of the studio is what I have. So certain areas of the building are going to be deep in shadow, and certain areas are going to be lit.
There's so many fascinating, beautiful aspects to some of our old abandoned buildings here in South Carolina. I want to encourage you, please come down here to 701 and experience Frank Poor's amazing sculptures. I want to thank you for watching Arts Watch. I'm William Starrett. Make art a big part of your day and make it a good day, Columbia.